at once, putting him under incredible strain. His personal shield suddenly winks out. The Master Artificer is now vulnerable. Fools!
So be it. Let's see if you're faster than feet. Too bad I can't corrupt you as I did the archives. Very well. I will deal with you myself. You pick up the codex page the devils were using to transform the archons into...
Hi everyone, Aldbar here, and welcome to my live stream. Here you can ask your DDO questions, ask for DDO demonstrations, and ask for DDO advice. So please be my guest on my show, Ask Aldbar DDO Live. Enjoy! Yeah, yesterday I finally TR'd my character, my main, after probably a year and a half that he's been sitting, and I haven't been playing him, so... I was trying out some options for a build using a pick, and I was happy with the results, and now I'm turning my main into that build. So basically I TR'd, and now I need to reflag for all the raids. I would like to do a raid night. So two goals I have is reflag for all the raids and level up as fast as possible back to camp. So that is my goal. So right now, closest to this level is Reaver's Fate. So yeah, we're gonna quickly do flagging for Reaver's Fate. I already did Cabal for one, so Madstone Center, then Prison of the Plains. I guess we can flag for Titan also. I already have the sigil, so I just need to do the... I don't actually know if I need to do the quest. I think I need to, but whatever.
The crater here will drive you mad, and only death will bring peace. On a bluff high, a blaze calls out.
Also, I just remembered, I will be on XP pots this whole time, because we're going as fast as possible, so might as well have some XP. Move these bars over. When I set up my on-screen keys, overlay, whatever it is, I set it up with an exact amount of space for the highlighting bars to be exactly in the middle, down to the pixel. It's obsessive nonsense that I do. Here we go. Yeah, this particular build really shines once you get to Epic Destinies and you get Adrenaline. Until then, it's okay, but it's not great. Luckily, I've started from level 15, so I don't have to go through all the levels. Also, sorry about my voice, it's kind of shot. Been coughing for the last 2 days. Oh, sorry about that. I hope you can hear me.
In the passage beneath the crater, intense heat wells up from the floor.
Yeah, but this character is called Warjack. This was the character I used to record most of my solo walkthrough and guide videos.
There are no signs of a spellcaster or the giant seers ahead. Only piles of gargantuan bones.
I need to make a gigantic checklist with all of the different raids in DDO and make sure I'm flagged for all of them.
These guardians are some new magic, says the seer. They protect the South Crystal. Come quickly.
Let's move on. Yeah, it takes some time until this build starts getting all of its advantages. It only gets evasion like at level 26, even though I'm wearing light armor now, which is a shame. Also, it only gets like really crazy attacks much later. Again, you need like level 26 before you can fully unlock Adrenaline. But you just use Quick Cutter until then. Quick Cutter is pretty good, trust me. Just in case you don't know this quest, basically the goal over here is there's these crystals that need to be destroyed, and I have these NPC giants who stand and try to protect them, and I have to defend them while they stand there for like, I don't know, 2 minutes, and try to bring down the crystal. 2 or 3 minutes, I don't remember how long, whatever. And if they take too much damage while it's going on, I fail. Well, you don't fail the quest, you just have to start over. So let's try.
Come, says the seer. Defend me. I must shatter this evil thing. The seer turns to
Okay, here we go. This first round is pretty easy because it's just a bunch of minotaurs. They all come out of the same exact spot. So you just stand next to the spot and you can easily defend it. It gets more complicated later because they split up from where they spawn. And then it becomes really annoying. Also, this character is supposed to use an orb in its offhand. But that'll only be once I have enough action points to spend on all my bard levels. But whatever. That's all for later. For now, it's just a single weapon fighting. So how are you all doing today? One of the things I've been working on is I always want to make build videos, but I find that if I commit my main character to the build or to recording videos, so then I end up not being able to play the main character because he's too busy like holding a position so I can come and record something later. So I've been trying to work new methods of being able to set up a system so that my main character is not locked down. So hopefully I've resolved that issue and my main character will be released from the problem it was in before.
Almost done, the seer.
Let's see how much the crit range is on this thing right now. Yeah, 17 to 20 times 6. That's my crit range right now. I'm level 15 and my crit range is a 20% chance times 6. So very nice crits. A 1,000 on a heroic character. Come on.
The seer pants heavily. I feel the magic source.
Yeah, by the way,
Is near.
the character is using cosmetics, and while I could use a cosmetic of a small pick, they're usually not as cool as the big picks, so I'm using a heavy pick cosmetic.
The dust and debris underfoot.
And because I'm a purple dragonite, my character is huge. Also, I've TR'd 3 times, so basically this is as big as it gets. Fun fact on the Coromir, where you can have the Miststalker event, the Miststalkers count towards the 6 skeletal giants. So you'll have technically 7 skeletal giants in this quest. Not that it really makes a difference, but you could achieve the goal of killing 6 skeletal giants before ever killing 6 of them. You only killed 5. Which is pretty cool.
Better now. Time to find the crystal.
Yeah, but I'm loving these crits. Crits, I mean critical hits. I've got a 20% chance of doing a critical hit, and it's very high. 2,000. Highest one so far I've seen. Well, at least I've seen today. I guess if I hit Slaughter, which is plus 100% damage, and happens to critical hit, I should get a 2,000.
This will be a difficult position to defend.
Yeah, out of the 3 positions, this is I find the hardest. I've yet to find some kind of easy, safe way to do this particular round. There's 4 different ramps that they can all walk up from, and on top you've got a guy who spawns and shoots down, making it pretty complicated.
Says the seer, ready when you are.
So I've got Anthem. Anthem makes it so my bard songs replenish themselves over time. Okay, and we shall start.
The seer turns to you. I do the ritual. You keep me safe.
One day I'll figure out some way how to cheese this particular fight. But for now, it actually requires some effort. I've had it before where the characters like get stuck. I mean, sorry, the mobs get stuck. But I'm not really sure how to do that. One way you definitely can avoid it is by just continuously healing up the seer with the hireling. It usually works.
The seer calls out, keep them at bay.
Yeah, we gotta see how much we can level up and how many raids can we flag.
Another crazed storm's heart falls. There are surely more, but at least their number has been culled.
And another thing I need to do is also open up my favor for House K and what's it called? Coin Lords. To reopen up my inventory. Truth is, this character has everything that you can unlock premium-wise unlocked already, so I don't really have to do that. But I'm gonna need it so I can TR. I don't have enough room if I don't to get all the stuff out of my shared bank, not shared bank, TR cache. Too bad I don't have like elemental resistance for this guy. Could help a lot. The worst is when he's about to destroy the crystal and he gets overrun with too much damage and then you have to start over. Man, it can make it feel like it's forever. I wish they would divide it up into like 1-minute segments. So if you've passed the first minute and you fail, you don't have to redo that 1-minute segment. And that way, it'll be less punishing. You fail 2.5 minutes in, you don't have to do the whole thing again. Okay, we're done.
I could feel him, the caster of the spell.
Now, we'll go to the third one. Third one is actually the easiest. Oh, sorry, not the easiest. Number 1's the easiest, but third is easier than number 2, because well, at least for number 3, I've got a nice, cool trick. So, yeah. I don't know why it wasn't letting me in.
The tunnel rises ahead, winding up the crater's edge.
I need to add myself some more charges of rage. I don't know if there's an item for it. I know there's an augment for it, but I don't have it. I'll have to go look for it if I want it. And I'm not going to do that now. Definitely not with this character while he's on a pot.
Steps, dry as rattling bones.
Yeah, I'm using something called an XP pot or experience potion. And basically what it does is it gives me an increased amount of experience every time I gain experience, so it adds like another 30% or something. And it lasts for like 6 hours, and I don't want to waste it. Which is very unfortunate, because it causes the whole way you play the game to be in a rush, because you don't want to waste time.
Grumbles the seer, made to fight against me. Time we ended this outrage. Arrows shower down from the entrance to the crater's northern slope.
Collectible. I was going to say those two guys over there are very annoying, because if you start attacking them and they get very low on health, they disappear, and then you have to wait for them to respawn. So the only way to beat them is by attacking them fast enough that they die before they can, like, disappear. And then I one-shot both of them. So I was like, I guess they're not that annoying after all. You just have to have the right kind of DPS for them. DPS, by the way, stands for damage per second.
Up the cliff lies the North Crystal.
Yeah, this final area's got like a bunch of paths on the top where monsters come in pairs, and then on the bottom there's also a pair of minotaurs that come and attack. Be kind of hard to defend all at the same time.
The seer awaits your order, nervously looking at the ground above and behind him. An ambush here is almost certain. The seer turns.
Let it begin.
The ritual begins.
But first we gotta get the aggro of everything over here. I don't want to kill them, I just want to get their aggro. If you kill them, they'll just spawn another round, so it's kind of useless. Okay, got everybody's aggro. What about him? Okay. Now, we need to kill the two guys at the bottom. Let's jump down, it's faster. Okay, let's make sure I've got the aggro from everybody. Yep, everybody's on me. Now, if we go down to here, should be able to have everybody try to find her at me, and when the next two guys come around the corner, I'll be able to get their aggro. Make sure everyone's still trying to hit me. No, that guy. Let's change his aggro. Once I get the minotaurs to try to shoot at me, should be good. Where's his buddy? Did I miss him? Yeah, now we wait. Probably get myself a better throwing axe. I picked up one of the axes I had. I mean, this axe also has a pretty cool critical profile. 15% times 5. If I would have had improved critical throwing, it would have been even better, but yeah. I just got this one because it's got Ghost Bane, so basically it'll hit incorporeal creatures, and it's got aligned and metal line, so it should basically attack everything. If you look at the attack profile, it hits slash, good, evil, lawful, chaotic, silver, adamantine, mithril, Cold Iron, Magic, and Basic, or whatever it's called. So it's just it hits everything. My attack mod is total garbage on it because, well, it's to dex. I don't have that much dex, so whatever.
The seer looks very weak. The magic.
Okay, I guess we won.
Inspire. Go now. Stop this madness.
Technically speaking, I don't have to kill these guys, just... I don't know ever... I'm never sure if it's going to add to my dungeon alert or not. And the worst thing is when you have something who adds to your dungeon alert, it makes you go slow. And it's too far on the map to go back and kill it. And it just makes the rest of the progress of your playthrough, like, halt. Key. Shortcut back to the bottom. The lava over here is low, I mean, not low, shallow. And then right next to the entrance, it's deep.
Molten lava forms a deadly pool in the crater's trough.
Let's do the optional.
The ancient gate is soundly locked. It shows no signs of having been opened in a very long time.
I realized I didn't pull out my restoration pots from my inventory, from my TR cache. I need to do that later. If I don't remember, please remind me. Thank you. Restoration pots from TR cache. Last week I got approved for an affiliate on Twitch, which basically means that I can add a whole bunch of like rewards and stuff, animations and emotes and whatever. So yeah, I basically added the same stuff that I added already on YouTube for YouTube memberships. But there's differences between the two of them because, like, I don't know, Twitch doesn't allow animated badges and YouTube does. Interesting. I don't know why.
At a stranger's intrusion.
One big problem with any kind of build who uses critical hits as its main source of damage, you gotta have some kind of fortification bypass, or it's useless.
They used powerful magic to defend it. It will go easier now that they are gone.
Yeah, I'm my main character. I've been hoarding stuff for years. I've got loads and loads and loads of like XP or experience potions and I don't know, hearts of wood, and there's a whole bunch of other things that like I'm keeping for a rainy day. So now's the rainy day. So now I'm using it finally. Want to check something about my enhancements. Let's rest. Get my guys to rest also. Okay, where do I get more rages? This is where I get all their extra rages. I might want to respec this tree and get a whole bunch of extra rages. I'll give up on... I'm not sure what to give up on in this tree, because I'm using all this stuff. I guess I'll give up on the action boost for the movement speed. I don't know. Or the amount of charges. You know, I'll give up on the amount of charges. I don't need that much, but I can definitely use more rages. After we finish this quest. And hopefully I don't forget to get my restoration pots. We shall see then. Yeah, there's an optional over here to clear out all this trash. I don't know how much XP it gives. Whatever, let's do it. $2,000 XP. Nice. Hey, let's talk to him. Blaze, or whatever his name is.
Just in time, says Blaze. Look, the gate to the spire's gone down, and a horde of maddened monsters is coming through it.
Yeah, the reason I want to use the rage, I mean, other than the obvious reasons that I'm stronger, my hit, attack, and damage is better, I also auto-heal while I'm using rage, so it's a nice extra bonus to my heal. Thing is, I only have, right now, I only have 2 rage charges, which is clearly not enough.
The crater's large central spire lies beyond a gate of bone. Does the caster of the madness magic wait? A narrow ramp winds up to the top of the spire. At its
Go kill the
peak,
boss.
the true caster of the Madstone spell awaits. A skeletal warlock. This must be the source of the Madstone spell. The skeleton warlock.
I got owned by this guy once, so, and ever since then I'm paranoid of him.
But why was it here in the first place?
It's more like that I spent a lot of time in this quest, getting up to this point, and having to, whatever, start over, or try to run back in. That was what made it stick in my mind. Yeah, here's the direction we need to go. It's too bad you can't jump over this wall. I mean, if you do, you hit like an invisible barrier. Okay, talk to Blaze at 41,000. I will take that. Finished.
Here say these skeletons were dragon magic. Our ancestors' bones used to hide their dirty tricks. A curse.
Because I've got true seeing, I can see this guy standing here. We're gonna ignore him. We don't care.
This is a place to avoid.
Also, I don't need the rest of Giant Hold. I'm just doing the flagging quests. Then I'll do Charm because I wanted to flag to whichever one is Project Nemesis or 2 at a time. The one of them you need to do all the quests for. So, yeah. But we probably should do Titan. It's unlikely I'll do Titan, but I'd rather be flagged than not flagged. What was I looking for? Right. Bank, bank, bank before I forget. PR cash, restoration potions. Come on, regenerate my TR cash. Got 206 things in my TR cash. Only. Okay. How do I find anything in here? I'm gonna assume it's level 1. I don't remember if it is or isn't. Oh, while I'm at it, might as well get a few sigils out. I need... Oh, else I need a flag for Zwabbies. That's also I need a flag, so... I've got one of these. One of these. And one of these. These are the items you need to give for the flagging. So I just saved myself. I don't have to actually run the quest. A sigil of Dialcor, whatever his name is. Got that also. Where are the... Here. Potions of Lesser Restoration. Okay. Anything else I need from here? Well, it was just sigil frame and completed sigil. Where's the completed sigil? I don't know whether... I can't see it for some reason. Did I take it out already? No. Oh, well, I guess we take this out then. This. Let's put this in the back. That goes in the back. That goes in the back. That goes there. And where is it? I guess I use this every once in a while. And eventually I'll use these. These go to the second one in the back. This goes all the way to the back. If it fits, yeah, sure. So, restoration. Here we go. Put this on the shortcut bar. And yeah. Let's finish the flagging for Reavers. Also, I've got another action point. Action point. What shall we spend it on? I could just right now spend extra 2 rages. Each spell. No, I don't need this yet. I want to take this thing because this will add a certain buff to my weapon, which will prevent it from taking any damage. Basically increases durability, so effectively making it impossible to break. Which is pretty cool. The thing is, to be able to take that, I first need to have magical training, and magical training will only come once I invest over here. And I don't have the points to invest here yet. Well, I'm going to have 34 points in this tree anyway, I guess. Well, 33. Let's just take 2 more rages. Accept. And we shall deal with it later. And let's head back out for Prison of the Plains. For anyone joined now, I just TR'd my character. And I need to level him back up to 30 and flag for all the raids. So priority is for raid flagging. Trying to flag for all of them. And get back to 34, whatever. Get back to cap. Seriously, this character has actually never been to cap. It was almost at cap before I TR'd it, so we'll need to do that also. Yeah, so we don't need the rest of the quests in this chain, just the 3 flagging quests. So we already did Madstone Center right now, and I did before that, I did Cabal, so Prison of the Plains, then we need to do whatever it's called, Giant Hole Tour. And yeah, we're flagged for Reavers. I'm gonna have to come back and do this on Epic also if I want to flag for Fall of the Truth or whatever it's called. Yeah, let's see what the likelihood is that my hirelings won't die like a bunch of bumbling idiots to the barriers. Probably should just add another hireling. Just to pull levers. I don't have the Isle of Dread, a hireling, but I can use this level 5 hireling. And that's enough. I just need somebody to pull the lever, and the thing is, when you put your hireling next to the lever, there's a very good chance that he'll walk into the barrier and die. The barrier damages you. Hey Jacob, how you doing? Hi. Good to see you. Hope you're having a good day. Leave the final hireling next to the door. I don't want him to kill himself.
Barrier blocks entry into the chamber marked with the symbol of Dale Quor. Does it serve to keep it etched into the wall ahead? Is the symbol for the plane of Da'anvi. Below it is a switch and a receptor shaped to take some.
At the top of this quest is a door you have to pick or get a key for. And I'm not sure if Froggo, the level 3 Froggo, can pick it. This is on Elite. And I guess we could try. Or we'll walk back there and get it. And it is up, up, down, down. Yeah, by the way, this thing, you don't really need to know. You can just guess it because there's only 4 levers and they're either up or down. And if I'm not mistaken, there's always 2 up and 2 down. So there's really not that many options. You just try, and I've done it many times where I forgot to pick up the scroll and I just got to the top and I was like, well, I guess I'm guessing now.
Another barrier blocks access to the Dale Core chamber. It would seem that this chamber holds great importance.
I also forgot my, let's see. I do have Death Ward goggles. Did I bring him? Yeah, I forgot my Death Ward clickies, and I forgot my shield clickies. Both will not be necessary once I get the cap. Character is going to be immune to negative levels and immune to magic missile anyway.
The chamber marked by the symbol.
Yeah, we're going to have to come back and talk to this guy later.
One of Nimbus's lieutenants has turned it into a makeshift camp.
I have to keep on remembering that when I'm streaming, I've got to move things, different elements on my screen, so they won't get like blocked by other elements who are laying on top of the screen. Like the stream overlay, sorry. Also, this character is not lawful, I just realized. I mean, he's a barbarian and a bard, so of course he's not lawful, but that means we're going to have to fight the Beholder. Usually, if I'm playing a lawful character, I just skip the Beholder because, well, there's one other room I just use instead. And now we run back to talk to the Rakshasa, who's probably going to fight us. Big deal. But well, at least we'll have the key. Guy didn't realize he's going to give me the key if he wants to or not. I gotta say, it is very fun playing with a character who's got a huge inventory. So I can collect as much junk as I want, and I don't have to worry about my inventory overflowing every second. I like just hitting loot all. We'll sift through it later.
The great door opens.
Fight the skeleton.
The doors to the control room fly shut. A bone-chilling cackle echoes through the room. The warden falls back into lifeless bones, the force of his magic fading from the room.
Yeah, up, up, down, down. This is the code we got from that room at the beginning. Should be right.
As the valve
Yep.
locks into place,
And
chamber vanishes.
now we go collect an orb from the bottom of this room. Start activating all rooms. We got a receptor. Now we go.
All must be filled for the chamber to open its planar cell.
Yeah, this one I can't do because I'm not lawful. It's just a dialogue optional. Talk to the prisoner. Let's leave these two over here so they don't die. Move this over here. Lock this. You, sir. Activate it, please.
Chamber is marked by the symbol of the portal to the plane of Dolar opens. All at once dust rises from the floor, and the hanging corpses of long-dead soldiers take shape around you. As the last of the dead are laying to rest, the room returns to its original state. The orbs at the back of the room are no longer engaged.
Okay. And now we have a net gain of 1 orb every time we do this. We spend 1 on the door over there. Once the room is complete, it gets fixed into place. You can't take it out. What we get from the back of the room, we get another 2. So every time I do a room, I get a net gain. You stand here. Now stand here. Now pull
The
this.
symbol for the plane of Fernia is seared into this chamber. The receptor lacks power. Its lever will not work. As the plane of Fernia becomes coterminous with our own, flames engulf the walls and lava flows from the portal above.
Never realized it's supposed to be a portal above. Then again, I never looked up during this quest.
The room cools as the final fire is quenched. The orbs go dark in their sockets.
Yeah, 2 of the rooms. Every time you play this quest, 2 of the rooms in this quest will have a chest in it. And it is random. But there's always exactly 2 chests. So, since I can't do the first room, there is a chance that it might be in the first room. So, only after we finish all the rest of the rooms will we know if the second chest was in that room or not. Anyway, you
The chamber marked by the symbol of Lamania
activate Lamania.
is covered in as the portal connecting the maternal plane to Lamania opens. Moss and shrubbery.
I've never been able to kill this guy before he
around you.
disappears. I suspect it's scripted. I mean, hard-coded into you can't kill him. But yeah. But wouldn't you know, my Harling died because, well, he's a doofus and he took the barrier and killed himself.
Trees wither and disappear as the twilight forest recedes. The orbs in the receptors cease their sparkling.
And this is why I summoned him. Because I didn't want him to die. I mean, I didn't want the other ones to die. Here, you can now res this guy. And he did. Good job. Next one, I think this is Maybar. Stand here. And activate it.
The symbol of Maybar marks this chamber. The dim light within the plane of Maybar opens, and darkness surrounds you. Light quickly returns, and the shadows recede as the endless night is banished. The orbs in the room are free for the taking.
Okay, I think next one we have cold. Probably the most dangerous one is cold. Just because the boss, if he's a champion, can hit you with like a dot. And the amount of damage you will take is so much and so fast. You can like basically get one shot from this guy.
The symbol for the plane of
I mean, the other ones are dangerous also, but this one is the one you wouldn't expect.
Opens. A rime of frost spreads quickly across the floor and walls. Warmth returns to your fingers as the final creature falls. The orbs no longer power the planar cell.
Also, the rooms, each one of them has a chance of having the chest. You can only have 2 per quest. And each one of the chests has a unique piece of loot for that specific room in that chest. So if you want, like, I don't know, the Dream Visor or whatever it's called, I think you'd have to farm like a specific chest. You'd have to keep on running the quest until you got the chest in that room, and then hope for getting that particular item. At least that's the way I understand it.
In the center of a battleground, as the plain of Shavarat surges forth. You emerge the victor in this small.
And here we go. We got the second chest. So, at least we didn't have this chest inside of the law room. Yeah, but now we have to fight the beholder.
This room is marked by the blood red. As the portal opens, the teeth of Zoriat jut sharply through the walls. The madness has been driven from this place for good. The orbs are free to be taken.
For a moment there, I was worried I was going to get too much charisma damage. But we survived. A large collectible bag. Very nice. 80 slots. What do I have currently? I've got a huge collectible slot. Collectible with 200. Well, this is probably going to go into my bank. By the way, with bags, you can pass them through the bank as long as they're empty. But way back in the day, somebody discovered that if you put the bag if you take your bag and drop it inside of your bank, when it was open, you could move things out of the bag, and it would duplicate them. That's where people were duping things. Then they fixed it. The way they fixed it is they prevented you from putting your bag with items inside of the bank. Problemo solved. Kind of. Okay, all of you stand here. Hopefully one of them will pull it. When I tell them all to activate, activate, activate. Okay. Need to fill up all the receptors. There we go. Now, where are the hirelings? These are where the hirelings are. Activate, activate, activate. Somebody please pull the switch. If not, I'll go up and do it myself. Yeah, being a barbarian can be fatigued. It is super annoying. You always have to use restoration every time you use rage.
The switch locks into place. A magical voice comes from above. The chamber will seal on the count of 10. The Quarforge speaks again. He was... The quarry screeches, and the quarry screeches. The ancient Quarforge screams at the quarry screeches, and the chill of Rizia fills the chamber.
Of overrunning all the different voice lines. Now we need to touch the docent, but once. Hey, look at that. Dream Visor. Apparently you can just find it in this chest. I don't know if that's true for the other chests also, but whatever. Dream Vision. +2 to attack and damage. But it's just competence bonus, so it would be the same thing as accuracy and deadly. I don't see what's so good about this item. Well, it used to be very good, I don't know.
A dark psychic energy stirs within the docent.
We need to remember to get my Death Ward clicky and Shield clicky. Those are the two things I need to remind to do, or be reminded to do if I don't remember myself. 25,000. Let's go. Okay, so now Giant Old Tor and we're flagged. Yeah, so my Death Ward clickies. I don't know, I'm still using the Flesh Renderer goggles, even though they're like... I should just get myself one of those helmets from Salt Marsh, but whatever. Gotta turn in the quest so I can get myself on the next part of the flagging. Okay, Giant Old Tor. First, let's take the thing out of the bank. Got 5 of them. I think that should be more than enough. Put them in some place. I know where to find them. Here, set them up in a nice line like this. Now, I also have a ring. I do not remember what level it is. Ring. Rings. Ring of Shield, level 3. Bound and attuned. It's a ring with 5 charges of shield on it. This was something that was a random piece of random gen loot that my good buddy Eshon found once when we were playing. And he says, here you go. And he gave it to me, and I've been keeping it ever since. I've added extra durability to it, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so let's see. If I change this ring, we'll change here. Yeah. Oh, this one goes over here. This is my shield clicky. And here comes all of the Death Ward clickies. 1, 2, 3, 4. I wish there was a way to like combine these into have one clicky. So like some kind of a trader, you would give it something and you turn it into an essence, and then if you combine the essences together, it would all turn into one item. Hypothetically speaking, that would be very cool. That's what wishful thinking gets you. Giant Old Tor. Let's go.
A giant glowers down at you from a high ledge left of the entrance. Gather within the circle, he shouts. When you are prepared to swear undying fealty to the storm, the air around the circle crackles with magic. The giant's eyes are dull and clear.
Yeah, I haven't TR'd in such a long time that I have like no gear set up for TR. It's like I've lent the gear to so many different characters. I had to spend a few hours going through all the different characters. I've got almost 40 characters, trying to find who's borrowed what Where did it go? Just to get, like, proper gear for this character. And it's still not using real proper gear. Yep, this is a very straightforward starting to a quest. Stand here and defend against waves of giants until they quit and they open the door and try to fight you directly.
Where do these portals come from? It must be elsewhere in the Tor.
It'll be finished soon. There's only so many giants you can kill before they let you move on.
With no more giants left behind the portals, the guards rush through the door to do you in.
Yeah, basically we need to drop this barrier, and we need to pull a rune that will drop that barrier, which is up this hallway. Whoops, I almost fell into the lava over there. Pretty close. I mean, probably just have to swim out, wouldn't be a big deal.
The fiery wall in the hallway vanishes. Perhaps others of these ancient giantish barriers were deactivated as well.
I'm not sure if I can, but maybe. If I can solo Reaver's Fate with this character at level 15. Reaver's Fate, if I'm not mistaken, is a level 14 raid, so on Elite that would make it level 16. So soloing it at level 15 would definitely be a challenge. You gotta follow this kobold and through this crack in the wall. Then we talk to him. I don't know what he says, all he says yes, yes, yes. Thank you very much, I shall move on. Let's go kill the giants outside. I think it's supposed to show you that you can get through the cracks of the wall. That's basically the goal. He knocked me over.
Where has the kobold gone? It's as if he scurried in. You find a crevice concealed by rubble here. Pushing free of the narrow crawl space.
Yeah.
You tumbled
Basically bypassing the door on both sides and pulling a lever to open up a central room. Let's do it. That was the way back. Tell you what, when you have a character who's got very high crits, anybody who can heal himself is no longer an issue. You can just chop through their health, and eventually you'll crit and one-shot them. I've actually tested a version of this build on Lamania, probably like a half a year ago or so, if not closer to a year ago. I even actually made a Let's Play video about it. And yeah, I went and tested if I could go into Legendary Normal and kill the Abishai over there. Legendary Normal Chronoscope has a bunch of Abishai that were set up in such a way that they're supposed to heal very, very fast. And apparently you need to like hit them with like water damage or something so they don't heal. Again, this is speculation. And apparently it's bugged and they just heal no matter what. So the only way to defeat them is to have like super good DPS. So even with a party, it can be hard sometimes. And I want to see if I could solo kill it. So basically I made a new character and set him up with the build. And he was successful, so he definitely has high DPS potential. Once again, DPS stands for damage per minute. Sorry, damage per second. It's a measurement of how much damage you're doing over time. So if you want to know, I'm putting out, my output is that much damage, and somebody else's build does that much damage, we can compare it. It's also just like the general term for doing damage in video games is DPS. Loot, of course, because we have to. For some reason, every time I hit rage, it seems to have like a very slow animation. I'm not sure why. Could be I'm just imagining it, but it looks like that. Well, I'm used to the rage that I do on my other character, on the Monty build. And it seems over there like the rage is more like instantaneous, and over here it seems to be like a long, drawn-out animation. Should probably look into it. Next time I hit a rage, stand and actually look at the character and see if I'm just imagining it or it's real.
The Portal Master stands with maddened eyes, casting an elaborate spell. The glowing statue breaks.
He's got a portal over his head.
When the dragons find out, the Portal Masters.
Whoops. Killed him in one shot. And we're not going to do the dragons because we don't need them. Hello, Float On By. How are you doing today? Good to see you again. So yeah, I TR'd my main character into the light pickaxe build. I've done my testing and I've made my point to myself, so now we shall see. Nice. I probably didn't play this character in like a year and a half because I was sitting and waiting and whatever. So we shall see. Also, why aren't the emotes working?
The spell is broken. The fit of madness past. Giant kind will no more seek its own destruction. And the prophecy Sidony feared has not come about, thanks to you.
They seem to work in Twitch, but they don't seem to work in whatever it's called. What is this thing called? Oh, Restream.io. Let's see something. If I go here, let's add one more. I have a total of 6 rages. 6 rages. Every rage, like 2 minutes. I might be able to solo Reaver's Fate. Reaver's Fate at level 15. I've never tried this before. Well, now emotes seem to be working, so good to see. You know what? Let's try. This reminds me I haven't bound my character in the ship yet, so. Well, I've never done this before. 1 second. Probably I should open up the wiki. Get my solver ready. I'm definitely not trying this without the solver. These are the only past life stances I have. So, yeah. Fast healing, that's what I have from this sphere. I don't have any other ones. This is my main character, and my main character has a total of 3 of these, 2 of these, 2 of these, and 3 of these. So, epic past lives. 3, 3, 2, 2. There you go. I've done 10 epic past lives with this character. And I have 13 heroic past lives, 11 epic past lives, 3 racial, and 1 iconic. So yeah, I'm not like, this is not like the smartest choices, but when I went in, invested in these were the ones I had. So eventually I'll get more of them, but I might as well, if I'm only gonna use 1 of them, so I might as well have 3 stacks of each before I move on. I really want the healing app. Actually, I have 3 of these. Sorry. Only 2 of these. Yeah, fine. Yeah, 11. That makes sense. I made a mistake with the counting. Sorry. Okay. Reaver's Fate on Elite. Let's see what happens.
Large rotating orbs float high above you. The chronometer appears to be counting down like a timer. The Storm Raver's voice reverberates through the room.
I have seen what my people are. Seen what witnessed.
The ball of lightning strikes the floating orb, igniting it with energy. The magic arcs through your body a second time, with no apparent effect.
Yeah, so mind you, this is a raid who's level 14. On Elite, this is 16, and my character's only level 15. I usually don't do raids where I'm not in the level range. So this is definitely odd. Gotta watch my health.
time, you feel the power.
Probably should get electricity resistance if I'm going to try this for real.
The ball of lightning strikes the floating orb, igniting it with energy.
I auto heal, but not fast enough.
The ball of lightning, anger flares in the Storm Raver's eyes as the fourth orb is ignited. There is nothing here worth saving, he grunts.
Gotta get rid of all of these,
There's no control over
these earth, whatever, air elementals driving me crazy. Gotta get rid of them.
As the magic hits a fourth time, the power within swells. The fifth arc slams into you, its power overwhelming your body.
Yeah, one of the things I was counting before to make sure I have enough rages so I can heal up. I'm using rage to heal. I do have potions of healing someplace in my inventory. Let's find them. These, here. I got 30 of these. Let's move this over. And drop them over here. Have some extra side healing. Okay, how much do we have? We've got 1, 2, 3. Wow, this is not looking good. Yeah, the timer in this raid is the thing that I really can't stand. So easy to fail just because of it. More air elementals. Great. Well, we've got 5 of them. 5 of the orbs lit. I think that was 6. I panicked and I used one of my big heals. This is unnecessarily stressful.
Igniting it with energy.
Still got 2 more. Although I should really work on my DPS against Reaver. I don't want to run short on trying to kill him. Usually when I do this raid, it's like killing the Reaver as an afterthought. You do something like you do at the end.
Ball of lightning strikes the floating orb, igniting it with energy.
Come on, relax. Stop knocking me away. I'm standing right underneath this orb with the hope that it'll ignite it faster. Oh no. Why am I stunned? Yeah, probably don't have enough DPS to beat him down fast enough. That's really going to be the problem. Also, this knockback he's doing is really not helping. It's almost like he doesn't want to die or something.
The ball of lightning strikes the floating orb, igniting it with energy.
Oh, come on, is this the last one?
The ball of lightning strikes the float with the final orb lit. The storm shouts and
Oh my gosh.
you will die a fool's death here.
I finally got all the orbs lit and then he killed me.
All the others, when my
That timing was the worst.
cleanses the world of giant kind for good.
Well, that was a failed experiment. That's actually not bad though. I'll come back in a few levels and stomp all over him. Wow. I didn't change my binding spot at all, so let's head back to Eberron and go back to my ship. Yeah, there's a option to bind your character on your airship. Another one of those things I forgot to do after I TR'd. So many small little details you forget. Thank you very much. If I die, I'll come back here. Thank you. Let's go sell and repair all of our stuff. Okay, here we go. I'm just waiting for it to pop up and just making sure the items don't have 2 slots in them. That's it. If it's got 2 slots, I'll save it. Other than that, it's being sold. +5 thief tools is something I collect, I hoard, even though I've got a few thousand of them hanging around by now. Pawn shop. Any good clickies? No good clickies. Okay, we're done here. Let's do Zawambi's Revenge then. I have the 3 items, so I should be able to just do Demon Queen and be flagged. Yeah, I'm taking the option where I have an object you seek, and I'm giving him the object that I have from previous life. And, yep, against the Demon Queen, we are flagged. Now we need to do the Demon Queen. Might end up doing these quests anyways, but probably when I get to, like, Epic, because I'll need the XP. Or not, I don't know, we'll see. The problem with leveling a character with a whole bunch of past lives is, well, once you've got 3 past lives, the amount of XP per level you need is huge and it takes forever. Basically, your power increased and the amount of XP they demand from you also increased.
No sharpshooters have a distinct.
I should make a reward on Twitch that allows you to determine which mount I'm using. Would be a cute idea. Need something to go together with the blue of this armor. I have the Phantom mount, but I'm already using it with Shokin, so some other blue. Gotta do this jump over here. Then we walk up to the court of Layla.
At the end of this corridor lies the court of Laylat, the Demon Queen.
Demon Queen.
You stand in the antechamber of Queen Laylat's.
Okay, there's a riddle over here. There's 6 rooms, and you need to do it in specific order. And this riddle is supposed to give you a hint to the order. So, Knight, Grasping, Hungry, Poisoner, Devious, and Mockery. So, Mockery is Monkey. Knight is Bat, I think. Grasping is Octopus. Hungry is Wolf. Poisoner is Scorpion. And Devious is Snake. So basically like this. So Knight is first, so we know Bat's first. Then Grasping and Hungry never cross. These are 2 and 5. So either Octopus or Wolf are 2 and 5. And then Poisoner and Devious, that means Snake and Scorpion are 3 and 4. And then 5, we already know it's either whichever one the other one was. And Mockery, Monkey is last. So I'm probably going to come back here a whole bunch of times, but we start off with Bat. Why am I stuck?
A massive platform supported by pillars.
Ooh, I was worried there for a second. Game froze. I believe Bat is first. I'm already not sure because I think I forgot, but yeah. Should be Bat.
A plaque bearing a stylized bat is mounted above this door.
Hope I don't die to all the traps in here.
Churned by the beating of innumerable wings.
Very nasty traps. Sonic traps. This reminds me that I do actually have a way to deal with all this damage. And I should do exactly that. If I'm already carrying all of this stuff, let's put it on my shortcut bars. So these are the plus 30 potions I've been hoarding. Might as well use them. I mean, what's the point of hoarding them if you never use them? The reason I only have 4 sonic pots is because I actually have 104, so it's a small stack. These last for 11 minutes, so as long as they don't get debuffed by dying or something, should be good.
At the far end of the shrine, demonic glyphs glow with power.
Yeah, every one of these end rooms is the same thing. You get to an end room, you get a round of mobs, then you can get past a flaming barrier, and after that you fight a Rakshasa. And if you did it in the proper order, you'll defeat him and move on, and if not, you'll be sent to the penalty box in the center of the platform to work your way up. Both of my hirelings died in the traps. I mean, they stopped literally in the middle of the trap, so... What were they thinking? Now I have to go see which one's the next one, because I don't remember already. Actually, I do remember. It was either Grass Spring or Hungry. So, Octopus or Wolf. Let's try Wolf first. I think I'll dismiss the hirelings. Just resummon them later. It'll be faster.
A plaque bearing a stylized wolf is mounted above this door. You hear frantic scratching and whining.
Fight a whole bunch of hellhounds. Actually, no, Tarek hounds. That'll let us move on. You need to have Death Ward or Death Block against these guys. They have a dance that they do. They can one-shot you, kill you, if you don't save against it. I really hope I have Death Block on this character. I think I have it inside of my belt or my augment, what's it called? Trinket. The Constitution. I can check, I guess. Yeah, I've got inside of my crafted gem of many facets, got Constitution, Cypher Constitution, False Life, and Deathblock. Okay, and now we find out, is this the right one or not? No, it is not the right one. Penalty box it is.
A tortured voice howls, "Hero, you have chosen wrongly. Now join us in our..."
Well, at least we get some named zombies for the monster manual. But I'm pretty sure I did them already on this server many times. These guys won't let me take my loot. Okay, so it wasn't hungry. It wasn't wolf, so it should be grasping, which is octopus. So, let's go swim. Here we go, here's octopus.
Bearing a stylized octopus is mounted above this door.
Just in case you're not sure what it is, at least they read it out for you so you can tell. Yeah, some underwater traps. We gotta find a key now.
Oily, it clings stings to your skin as you wade. You glimpse a lever hidden among the submerged
Where's the lever?
stone.
Got it. This opens the way, and then we get trapped in a room. Then we gotta find the other lever.
Gates slam shut all around you. You are trapped.
It's very hard to see anything here. I zoomed all the way in with my camera just so won't block myself as much. Is it behind this thing here? No. No. Here it is. And I'm gonna start drowning. And ow, 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 ow. Survived those. Let's move on. I think this is just some optional treasure. Whoops. Yeah, I moved out of range of the chest before I looted it to move back into range so I could pick it up. Okay. This should be it, unless I made a mistake with the puzzle.
The Rakshasa Prince appears once more as the potent glyphs are recited.
Okay. I'm done with that. So now it's either snake or scorpion. And then either snake or scorpion, depending on what was first. And then we do wolf. And then we do monkey. I don't remember if it's 5 minutes yet. I could probably summon my hirelings again. Hopefully they don't die as fast. Just for the record, every time I use a bard song, which is a buff that increases my abilities, every time I tumble. And the reason is that animation cancels out the rest of the animation of playing the song, so I can move on and do other things after that, instead of waiting for like the 5 seconds of me playing the song, or whatever it is. See if I can get the jump.
The floor crumbles
Yep.
away, revealing a seething nest of venomous scorpions.
It is possible to get to here from the side, but it's kind of tricky to do the jump. Where's the last scorpion? You have to kill all the scorpions for this door to open, so. He's teleporting into the floor on the pillar over here. Got him. And here come the poison traps. We're probably going to kill my hirelings again. Okay, and now we find out, is this the right one or not?
The familiar
Yes. Well, that was lucky.
swords is summoned to the shrine.
Oh, Scorpion, and now we need to do Snake. Because in my version of the puzzle, Scorpion and Snake are together, so... I just didn't know which one was first, but now that Scorpion has been done, Snake is next. Also, I am completely out of rages, and I should probably rest. I don't remember where there's a restaurant unless there's... whatever. Snake.
A plaque bearing a stylized snake is mounted above this door. You hear the slapping of many damp feet against stone.
Oh, this is this one.
Headed this way.
Troglodytes.
A troglodyte convoker chances. Without the support of the convoker's spell, the portal quickly collapses.
Okay. Get the Rakshasa.
The prince is once again called by the power of the glyphs.
Now we're off to do Wolf, because we didn't do it before, and then Monkey. The names I'm saying are the names of the different paths. Each one has like a crest above it. Its own symbol. And yeah. There's a crest over here with the stylized wolf. Oh, there's the wolf path. At least we cleared the path already, so. Except for the end fight we have to do again. When you walk into the final room, the door slams. And you'll have to fight the monsters again, but the rest of the monsters you don't have to fight. So, let's... Death Ward again. Song. Tumble. Buff. Shield. Immunity to fear, or remove fear. Whatever. And let's fight. Now we should have the prince.
The prince's image has returned. He glares at your party with gathering anger.
I just realized now that Rakshasas actually have a resistance to slashing and bludgeoning damage. And if you want to bypass their damage reduction, you have to use piercing. But I almost never use a piercing weapon. Now I am, so at least that. And Monkey's the last one. Center over here.
A plaque bearing a stylized monkey shrieks, howls, and peels.
Yeah, the place is full of wild men.
All around you.
I'm glad they didn't change these into bullywugs. Hello, Edward. I'm doing fine, thank you. Relatively speaking, I'm doing fine. I've been sick for basically the last 2 weeks, and I'm still kind of sick. You probably could hear it. Hope you can still hear what I'm saying, though. But yeah, so. Not great, but overall not too bad, so. I think I'm doing better. Let's hope it keeps on getting better. I am holding my breath for the new update. Until it goes live, I won't be sure. Overall, I saw Strimtom's review of it, and my impressions were positive. But again, nothing's finalized, so when it goes live, I'll know. Until then, I shall wait and see. There are some things that are very important to me, and I just hope they don't get removed from the game. Let's just leave it at that.
You hear the clatter of a portcullis rising to the south.
This is a timed part of this challenge. You got to pull a switch, and then you got only a few seconds before the gate closes behind you. You got to be quick about it. Darkleaf, the new update is going to be adding they're updating Monk. Monk basically works now where you have a few different types of attacks. So we got one of the 4 elemental types. So fire, water, air, and whatever it is. I forgot what the last one was. I missed. But anyways, you got the 4 elemental types. And then when you attack, you get part of a combo. There's also positive and negative. And then basically what happens is, as you attack, you create these combos, and then there's a finishing move. And they're basically getting rid of all of that, because it was way too convoluted and complicated for many players. So yeah, now it should be straightforward. There'll just be a... If you want an ability, there's a way to get to the ability from the tree, and you just use basically, as if you have one button to use the finishing move, without having to go through all the steps of doing the setup for the combo. And while they're at it, they're also adding, like, I think a wisdom-based trance to one of the trees, changing a whole bunch of things so they just work based on being centered. You don't have to be, like, specifically with hand wraps, just be centered. They're adding ability to take certain things. I don't know, there should be an archetype added. There's a whole bunch of other things coming with it, but basically, Monk.
He no longer seems amused.
I'm afraid to say that I'm excited about it, because I'm weary about my previous experience. The truth is that Monk is a very, very powerful class, and because it looks too complex, a lot of players don't play it. But the thing is, it's kind of like Alchemist. You don't have to use all of its potential for it to be good. So even if you never use the finishing moves, maybe use like one finishing move, just like the triple positive. If you all use the positive attack and then the triple finish, and then the positive finisher, you would have been, you know, golden. You don't have to do all the stuff for it to be any good, which is kind of a shame because it really isn't that complicated once you understand that. I had the same problem also. When I started playing Monk, I was like, so how do I use this and how do I use that? And I filled up all of my action boosts, all of my action bars, and I didn't know what I was doing, and I didn't use like most of it. So yeah, you really don't need all of that stuff for it to work. But hopefully making it less complicated will be better overall for the game. Yeah, and me particularly, I do like playing Monk, and a lot of different builds that I have are based around Monk. So definitely having an update to Monk is going to have an impact on my builds in one way or another. So that's why I'm hoping it's good, and I'm keeping myself reserved until it goes live to make my final opinion on, am I happy with this or not? Ever since they removed the Exiled Angel Holy Presence auto heal, I've got trust issues.
You look upon the mighty form of the Marilith Queen Leilat. Her Rakshasa consort stands confidently by her side.
Yeah, so basically now we finally actually get to fight this Rakshasa. And once we kill him, we can fight against the queen, who's then going to escape to the center. And then I'll have to fight her there again.
Reload. force of your assault. Queen Laylat vanishes in a
Now we go to the center and fight her there. Gotta be.
Queen Laylat blinks back into sight, completely unharmed and hissing with fury. Is this just another illusion?
Oh, come on.
As Queen Laylat vanishes, a sense of oppression lifts from your
Okay.
soul. You have driven the true queen
33,000
to the
XP.
symbol of eternity.
I will take. And yeah. Let's head back to Zawabis. I should be able to do Zawabis on Elite. Even though I don't know how I'm going to pass phase number 1 with no range DPS, but we will try.
At the end of this corridor lies the court of Laylat, the demon queen.
Well, I usually do a obligatory raid every time I stream, so I tried to do Reaver's Fate before with a level 15 character on Elite. It was doomed to fail. And I did. Fail. Now it's more likely I can beat this particular raid. Zawabi's Revenge, I think, is level 12, if I'm not mistaken, so 14 on Elite. I'm level 15, I should be able to do it. I really hope so. Anyway, but I did add channel point, what's it called? Rewards that you can redeem. They'll allow you to request a raid. Yep, that's what it is. 14.
This must be the hellish lair where the wizard king summoned Laylat Everon. The air is sulphurous and corrupt.
Might as well buff a bit so I don't take that much damage. Oh, these guys are not too bad. Don't have that much hit points. Oh. I definitely should buff against Magic Missile, though. From what I can tell, Heroic, Zawabi's Revenge, basically, Queen Laylat has, like, no hit points. I've killed her multiple times with one shot with a high-level character. Actually, I watched Deathy TV run this on R10 and Heroic, and he basically one-shot the boss. That's just to tell you, basically, how few hit points there is. And on Epic, he's got a whole bunch of hit points. Well, let's hope this is good enough.
Turns with instability. You doubt Zawabi's magic can hold it open for...
How dare you trap me in here with...
Okay, now comes the hard part. Let's get her down here.
You will pray for death before the end.
Yep, range phase. But even so, she like basically has no hit points.
See how my enemies prance about like jesters. I tire of such foolish wizards and half-wits.
Oh, come on.
I despise you.
Why do I have to do another round of this? Get back here.
For your souls.
And I am done.
May Leylet's death curse be upon you all.
Well, did my obligatory raid. Three minutes and 14 seconds. I don't think I've ever done it at this level before. Probably could have done it on Reaper. Well, and as always, don't forget to turn in your raid. Okay, so we did Giant Hold, and we did Zawabis. What else do we have? I should check what's up with Titan. Let's see, raids. I'm going down the list and checking anytime it says raid on the list. Should be Chronoscope someplace here. Yep, Chronoscope, but Chronoscope doesn't need flagging, so I am flagged for Chronoscope. Tempest Spine, I'm already flagged. Bolt of Night, I am not flagged. I need to do Vaughn, but I will probably do Vaughn Epic. I'll probably do the flagging on Epic because I want the XP, so wait with that for later. Twilight Forge, we need to do flagging for that. There's Zombie's Revenge, we did. Titan Awakes, we're going to do that together with Titan. Twilight Forge. Reaver's Fate. We're flagged for that, even though we failed the raid. What do we have after this? 15, 17. Shroud. Shroud flagging. Shroud flagging, and then, oh, Ascension Chamber flagging. Yeah. I had a whole bunch of, I have a whole bunch of secondary accounts, and I was more than dual boxing, it was more like 7 boxing, but whatever, doing Titan. I still didn't get any named loot, so, for what it's worth. Yeah, Hound of Zoriat on flagged already floor. Flagged already floor? Oh, I can't go any higher. Vision of Destruction also, so yeah. Titan is the only one we need to flag right now. Let's see. I do have the sigil, so I don't know if that means I don't need to do the quests, or I don't know. We'll see. Let's see if I can be sent directly to the quest or not. Yeah, let's see. Restless Isles. Okay, let's talk to this guy. Yes, I'll pay you. You're 1,000 platinum. Thanks. Get me flagged. Okay, Twilight Forge. I have the sigil. Yeah, I just talked to him. So, it should be good. While I'm here, repair. The only item I really like from Titan actually comes from Twilight Forge. It's an unbound item, and I'm wearing it right now. It's the hat, a Helm of Free Will. Remember, there used to be an item called the Minius Legends that everybody was wearing. It had toughness, which is called vitality these days, 20 hit points, and it had heavy fortification. But then this item is there, level 11, which is exactly the same thing, and had 2 slots on it. So I slotted in heavy fortification and vitality. And it has immunity to fear and spell resistance. So basically the same thing, but better. And I know there's better items I can wear for this level, but I like wearing this item, so that's it. Let's make my way to Twilight Forge just to make sure that I'm flagged. Too bad I don't have greater teleport scrolls. We need to key off one of these guys. I didn't feel like fighting the oozes because I was too lazy and I didn't get myself a Ferro Crystal Light Pick. Which I probably should get. The reason I didn't is because eventually I'm going to take the Fey Dark Illusionary buff that will basically prevent my things from being broken anyway, so I don't need a ooze-specific weapon. And the light pick I'm using right now is a Sharn weapon, the one you can craft. If you go to the lower docks on Sharn, there's a NPC, there's an altar over there they need to change ingredients for, and then there's an NPC right next to the altar you can buy weapons from. The short version of how to craft over there is there's a whole bunch of recipes. So the first 2, you want to do 4 each. Then the second 2, you want to do 3 each. Then the third pair of 2, you want to do 2 each. And then the last one, you want to do 1 each. And you'll have exactly enough ingredients to buy a single weapon from the NPC. And then you go and buy it. It's minimal level 15, and it's got the good and adamant on it. And contract bane and a whole bunch of other good stuff. It was really good for Sharn. Yeah, this place over here, because I didn't do the quest and I don't have the specific item, I actually have to fight every round. Not that that's a problem or something. Fun fact, what happens to not be so fun, is if you do the quest, you can talk to this guy, and he'll give you an idol. Well, you'll get an idol you give to this guy, who will open this passageway. It will allow you to skip this fight. And there is a rare encounter, who might or might not spawn inside there. So if you're looking for the rare encounters, which there's 3, one of them is behind an optional door that you would have to do a quest for in order to have a chance at maybe opening it. Whatever. Restless Isles. Let's see. No, he didn't work. Oh, it did work. Twilight Forge. Okay, so I can't solo this character with this quest with this character. You need a pet and you need to be able to self-res and pick locks. And I can do none of those. I will drop the Dream Visor on the auction house. Let somebody buy it for 4 shards if they want. Enjoy. Should have put in it for 12 hours. Whatever. 72 hours, but it is what it is. And I guess we do Shar now. Sharn. Sharn will flag me for either, I forgot if it's too hot to handle or Tragic Nemesis. One of the two. I can't remember now which one, but one of them you have to do all the quests for, so. Eventually I'm going to have to flag. And I need to do some level 15 quests, so might as well. Let's see. Clifftop Tower District. Let's teleport to Sharn.
Now that you have arrived in the wondrous city of Sharn, Captain Dranmore suggests that you head to the Adventurers Guild to find out more about current events in the city.
Okay, sure.
To Summer Coronor of the Clifftop Adventurers Guild in the Clifftop Tower District of Sharn.
Probably should hop over to the tavern, pick up the saga, but we'll do that later. Oh, I should have bought the... 1 second. I have another action point. Should spend it. Can't spend it in quests. Yeah, we'll just take more rage. Okay, now I've got 8. Much better. Sharn welcome. Reset. I don't get an XP penalty for re-entering a quest. Now we go. Also, I was wearing the wrong goggles last quest. Big deal.
Isabelle Tremont waits for you here, atop one of Sharn's lofty towers. She can help you contact Lucien Vaughn. Isabelle tells you to take the elevator up to the terrace, then speak to Lucien Vaughn. Her employer wants you to pass along some information about the Stormreach beacon.
I don't know if you actually have to talk to that guy, but I always do anyways.
The hustle and bustle of the city. A genial halfling nods to you from behind the front desk.
Yeah, so I am level 15 and these quests are level 15 on normal and level 17 on elite, so they're a bit above my current level, but I am trying to get to camp as fast as possible while flagging, so yeah, and I've got enough past life, so it's not a big deal.
Vaughn has rented this entire operation and transformed it into his place of business.
Anyway, we're working our way up this tower to get to the top. And now we climb. Shortcut. Collectible. I'm personally not a huge fan of Sharn. I know this might be considered blasphemy, so many players love Sharn, but I don't know. When I was introduced to Sharn, I was underpowered and I suffered a lot. Everything was too hard and drove me crazy. And I'm left with that impression of it. I think basically the problem I have with it is it has too many monsters. So unless you're overpowered or have some good way to deal with tons of groups of monsters together, as a solo player, which I am, it is not fun. At all. Yeah, we're just working our way through this tower. Gotta go pull a switch now. It was locked, I think, until you kill everyone. Yeah, you gotta kill everyone first. I'm glad they increased, I think, the duration on those circles. Tells you when those spiders are about to explode. I think they used to be much less, and it would basically... It would go off, and you didn't really have a chance to move away. Basically, it just told you if you were about to get hit or not. That's all. It didn't give you really an option to move. Oh, move to open the secret door. And we move on. There is a secret lever over here. Where this section opens up to the ceiling. But I don't actually have any way to disable the... open that lock or disable the traps. So we shall move on. Well, we just passed the shrine, so we should be at the end fight now.
The way up to the terrace is just ahead, but one final group of attackers blocks your path. You hear a piercing call from the direction of the terrace. A beast descends the ramp, one unlike anything you've seen before.
Yeah, we got Raptors in the game way before we had Isle of Dread. Isn't there a collectible here someplace? I don't see it. Anyway, fine. We shall finish. Gotta walk up to him. Click on him. Yes, yes, yes. And then let's go back and loot while the floor falls on.
I have a message for you,
says Vaunt.
The beacon belongs to me now. I paid the Boromar clan
6 minutes and 3 seconds. Not bad.
Don't think for a moment that you can challenge me in my city. You're just setting yourself up for a fall.
Vaunt's companion makes a gesture and the terrace collapses beneath you.
Yeah, this is lagging heavy territory. To move on, you have to complete this first quest, then the next 3 quests, then only then can you do the final quest. Then you move on to the next chain. Yeah, whatever. Little skills. Here's the thing. I have Tale of Sulamaris also on a different character. On whatever his name is. Aldbar of Thalanis. And I've played around with it. And yeah, I can't really tell you for sure. Because a lot of it will depend on the rest of your build and also what you happen to be fighting. So it's hard for me to tell you exactly. Can you tell me more about the build? I mean, because it could be it's like down. Let's put it like this: it's probably down to very small differences when it comes to numbers. If you're not obviously sure, so it might just be whatever one you like more. But I can tell you this: you can use both of them without the filigrees, and I don't know, run a few quests. This was usually what I do, and you'll just start to feel one of them just objectively does more damage. And if you don't want to get confused by it, you can add yourself a cosmetic that covers it up. So you don't really, you don't have a bias based on what you're seeing. So no matter what you're using, it looks the same. And you'll just notice one of them will just do more damage overall. Could be you'll find out that one of them is better for raid bosses and one of them is better for like crowd control when it comes to killing trash mobs. So depending on what you do, you'll know. So yeah. That's basically, it's very hard to determine exactly which one's better. Because there's not just a base damage, there's a whole bunch of other things, so depending on how much you're scaling the base damage. 20 barbarian, half orc, so basically your pure damage. So what are you doing? You're doing a +2 critical multiplier? How are you boosting your weapon? Which tree did you take? The +2 critical multiplier or +2 critical threat range? We're checking out right now which item is better to use. No, but I'm interested to know, are you using the +2 critical multiplier from the tree? Here. I'm also using barbarian right now, so I can show you. Are you going for this? +2 critical multiplier? Or are you using this? Not this. This. +2 critical threat range. What are you trying to boost? The range or the multiplier? Yeah, and the enhancement tree. Are you trying to go for crits all the time, or are you trying to go for very high crits? Which one are you trying to go for? I'm just checking out something in the wiki. Are you using the tuned bone dinosaur, or you're using the regular dinosaur bone? You have the multiplier, +2 multiplier. All right. Do you have an attuned dinosaur bone, or do you have a regular dinosaur bone falchion? So it's regular dino bone versus Tale of Sulamatis. These are both falchions for endgame. If you're basically using it for like raids and raid bosses and stuff like that, Dino Bone is better. If you're using it for crowd control, if you're gonna basically go through a lot of mobs, so because there's Sovereign Vorpal and the lightning effect on it, it's good against like mobs on the Tale of Sulamatis, but if it was up to me, I would probably go for the Dino Bone. I think that overall it's probably better. Well, you should definitely take either the tier 5 +2 critical multiplier, which is a huge boost to your DPS, because your falchion is a +2, and now will become a +4. And if you took patience, it'll become +5. And if you got improved critical multiplier, which you should have, which is a fate, you'll have a 30% chance of +5. And it will be huge. The other alternative is you could go for this one, which increases the critical threat range, which will make it to be a 40% crit chance times, well, 4. So this is not as good, but yeah. Critical multiplier. You should definitely invest in it. Okay. That out of the way, we can do some more, let's do some more questing. Probably need to end the stream soon. Sure, no problem. My pleasure. Using the show as intended. Ask your DDO questions. Be glad to help.
Stone on stone as a concealed back door slides open. You walk out into the streets of Cogsgate. Towers loom high above, so tall they block out the night sky.
Yeah, this is like, it's supposed to be like a murder mystery, kind of. We're trying to solve this case. We're looking for evidence and stuff, and as we find evidence, we get more of the quest unlocked for us.
You've learned more about the Dask-Ormor rivalry from the poor man. You wonder what the other residents of the neighborhood might have to say.
These guys have a lot of hit points. Why does a non-champion Hobgoblin have 2,000 hit points? Level 15 quest. Well, it's a level 17, but whatever. It's elite. Evidence number 1. Actually, this is not evidence. Evidence is the other side. Should be here.
The doors to the gambling hall are wide open and its chairs are empty, though the nearby tables are still covered with food and drink. Looks like the customers left in a hurry. The incriminating information in this ledger would fetch a pretty price on the black market. You wonder why the murderer would leave it behind. A chest full of coins was left here locked and untouched. This was no robbery. You can tell that there's more to this than meets the eye. You find a crossbow bolt still lodged in the victim's side. You also notice several gashes on her palms. Searching the gambling hall raised more questions about the murders than answers. As you turn to leave, you hear figures clamoring outside the building.
I love how the voice lines just keep on piling up. I'm way ahead of them. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure this guy is taking his sweet time every time he goes into rage. Looks constipated every time he does it.
You push open the door to the apartment. The surprisingly well-decorated rooms show signs of a struggle. Your stomach clenches in anticipation as you near the crime scene. Fallon must have spent his recent winnings digging himself out of debt. Imagine meeting your end right after getting yourself clear. At least he died in the black. After examining the corpse, you can see that he was killed by a poisoned crossbow bolt. His last gambling ticket lies just out of reach.
Possible to talk your way out of this particular fight. But not for me. I don't have any social skills. Definitely don't have any social skills in game. I do have perform, by the way, but that's useless in this case.
You managed to make it past the Dask thugs blocking your way.
Okay, now we can talk to her, whatever her name is. No? What did I miss? Either I left the gang member or I didn't pick up one of the pieces of evidence. Probably somebody noticed and is probably yelling at the screen right now. What are you doing? Go back. You missed something. Fine, fine. I'll get there eventually. Must be on this side.
You strike down the last of this group of Dask thugs. And
Now we should be able to move
no
on.
more nearby. Now to leave the way you came. You've learned all you can about these first 2 crimes. You head back to the Wolf Gate, where Zeleth awaits your results.
Okay, so now we can talk to Zealot and she'll let us through. Move on.
Zeleth unlocks the gate, revealing a small
Zealous.
lane that burrows deeper into the heart of Cog's Gate.
I forgot to rebuff my shield. Need to do that next time when I'm not in rage. While the character is in rage, you can't cast spells. So order matters. You gotta do casting your spells before you try to go into rage. Oh, you'll have to dismiss the rage. But I don't have a lot of rage charges, so I don't want to do that. But I have enough. Let's buff. Don't forget. This. And another one of these. One of these. Death Ward. Fine. Get a restoration. Check out this den.
The door to the pawn shop is unlocked, just as with the other crime scenes. Inside, the shopkeeper's body lies forgotten.
Got a collectible.
alongside all the other cast-offs in her shop. A different body, but the same song. A crossbow bolt dipped in poison and a palm covered in slashes. Yet this time a new detail catches your eye. A shattered pin bearing Vaunt Arcanotechnic symbol. A closer look at the keg reveals a hidden compartment filled with smuggled goods. Some small packages lie in the cauldron. No doubt they were hidden there so they could be fenced on the black market later. The murderer could have emptied the pawn shop, and yet only Mord's life was taken. Armed with your findings, you wonder, what connects all these gruesome crimes? Another alley stretches before you. The more you learn about the victims, the more questions you have. You can only hope that Zulkus Crowspire holds the answers you've been seeking.
Six is very good. Six is, well, that's, I guess that's the new average.
With a face you remember from your recent adventures.
Well,
Despite your own
this particular character that I'm playing right
I
now
hope that Zulkus is willing to
is
answer
kind of
the
taking
questions
advantage
about
of
the murders.
that particular
Zulkus steps through a dimension
ability,
door. His
but
face
instead of using a
shows
falchion,
triumph of a man
I'm using a light
who
pick.
sees one, though you're too busy dealing with his troll bodyguard to notice.
How do you have a +6 though?
The troll
If you're using a falchion,
Yet another casualty
you should have
is
+2,
below them.
+4,
Now,
+5. Do you mean +6 on the 1920, or you mean +6 always? For this particular character that I'm using right now, currently has a +6 on 17 to 20, but once he gets patience, level 21, he should have a ×7. But yeah, that's later. But yeah, +6 critical multiplier is very good. Now you have to make sure that you have things who bypass fortification. Because if you're attacking monsters and they're immune to fortification, well, sorry, if they have high fortification or immune to critical hits, your crit hits are basically useless because it doesn't help you if they're immune to it. So you have to make sure you've got fortification bypass. See if I have an item with fortification bypass on it. Armor piercing, yeah. Can you see this? Yeah, you should see it. I have over here, if you look on the family recruit sigil, underneath the true seeing, it says armor piercing 12%. The armor piercing is basically bypasses 12% of their fortification. So for my hits to go through, I need to have some way to get through the fortification. As you level up, there's better versions. This is just for level 15. You can get armor piercing, and I think you can also get insightful armor piercing and stuff like that. Very important. If you're going for any kind of build damage. Also, if you're going for that enhancement, if you're going for this tier 5, the +2 critical, if you take the ability next to it, 2 over, you can have either extra damage or healing. And if you're not doing Reaper, the extra healing is actually pretty good. It's very nice. While you're in rage, you're automatically healing. And yeah, pretty cool. Also, of course, if you're playing a 2-weapon fighting, so everything in this tree is awesome. I mean, all of the strike through is really cool. I don't know if I would spend my points in Lash Out or in Tantrum. Tantrum I definitely wouldn't take, and Lash Out I would probably not take because it's just better things. Because you want to get as many cores as you can get in other trees because of all the extra healing amplification and hit points. So yeah. That's my few cents on Barbarian. What is my favorite NPC or DM or enemy line in quests? I don't think I have like a favorite one, but I have ones that I've been doing a lot. I Am War, that one. Where the Queen Laylath goes into rage, the last 10%. Been doing a lot of solo raids, so run past that one a bunch.
Like the dirt that falls on the streets from above. But you've got a job to finish. Another crime scene waits for you in an alley.
I can't say that's my favorite line necessarily, but every time she says it, I like holding it, so it might be my favorite, I guess. There's an optional here. I don't think I can get. Nope.
You stoop down to search the contents of Nahrim's pack. Looks like he was fleeing for his life when the murderer got to him. More slashes on the palm. This time you see.
Yeah, there's a Medusa behind the door over there.
How you could have missed such an important clue.
NPC you can talk to and get some XP.
Were literally the killer's signature. Whoever did this wasn't shy about letting people know. You find a security ledger embossed with Vaunt Arcanotechnic symbol. A quick glance reveals that every victim had worked for Vaunt. It's too big of a coincidence to overlook, especially since a note in the margin talked about cleaning up loose ends. That ledger told you what you needed to know. The victims all worked for Vaunt and were killed because they knew too much about his operations down in the Cogs. You strike down the last of the attackers. You can't let these petty thugs hold you back, not when you're so close to the truth.
Oh, detour? It's hard for me to find any humor in that quest, though. Usually I'm annoyed at the NPC. I mean, even though the truth is he's not that bad. The fact that he can't permanently die and you don't fail the quest because of him, he already gets a pass in my book, but yeah. I must have crumpled the scroll. Yeah, that guy.
Talking to the residents has given you more insight into life in Cogsgate.
There might be other lines. I'd have to think about it, though.
A familiar
Good question.
voice echoes from behind this door.
What part of make it look like an accident didn't you understand? And leaving your signature behind was beyond stupid. Now Zelith is onto us. It's only a matter of time before she and those adventurers come.
You can climb up over here if you want to stand in a safe spot, kind of. Even though he'll shoot you. I find out that my perception about how much I enjoy certain things in the quest depends on how much I enjoy the entire quest, so... If I can't stand the entire quest, it's unlikely that I'll enjoy one line from it.
Breathe a sigh of relief as the goblin falls. You've sent the murderer to his just reward. But as you turn to confront Zolkis, the goblin suddenly rises. Zolkis quickly casts a dimension door. The tiefling and the goblin disappear through it. Zelith shakes her head. Sometimes it's a stranger who holds the knife. Sometimes it's family. I let blood cloud my judgment, and I'll pay for that every day. But I'll keep going. I'll move on to the next crime.
16 minutes.
You can't just stay inside when trouble rains down. Not even if it never stops.
Yeah. When they have an enemy or a NPC who's got a flashback, it depends on how they write it. If it's something where I have to read the NPC's text, I'll never read it. So it's got to be somebody who says it.
You're supposed to meet a disgruntled Fort employee here. He'll give you.
I mean, that "oh no, not again" gives me vibes from The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. You either know or you don't know, whatever, but anyway.
Victor asked you to wait for him outside. Looks like getting inside his warehouse won't be a problem. Victor leans over and whispers, I don't want to lose my job. If you'll just follow me...
It might be based on it. The "oh no, not again" reference might be from there.
Is none of my business.
Even though the reference in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy is better. It's also a bowl of petunias thinking to itself, "oh no, not again." My favorite Easter egg in a game is when the quest that came out in Searing Heights, the new one that was free to play. I can't remember the name of it. It's that Indiana Jones kind of themed quest. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Promise of Fire. Yeah, in the quest Promise of Fire, when you walk into the big puzzle room, there's a text line over there, and the line basically says "Doom Eternal," which was right before Doom Eternal came out, so they snuck it in there as an Easter egg, and I thought it was very funny. I was like, nice. Doesn't really make a lot of sense, but yeah, I got why they were doing it. when the Promise of Fire came out. So I made my solo walkthrough and guide for that video. And when it came to the puzzle, so before I did the puzzle, I stood in the hallway and I went through in very, very detailed. I explained exactly the logic behind the quest, how it's solved, and what you need to do. And then once I finished explaining everything, I proceeded to solve it. Okay? I had some angry viewer who, rather than watching the whole video, just skipped to the part where the puzzle is and just watched starting from where I just solved the puzzle. And after he finishes watching solving the whole puzzle, still didn't figure out how it works. And that's a very, very annoyed comment. Which, well, was his fault because he missed basically the whole video, but yeah. So I just left him a comment with a shortcut to the part where I'm explaining in the video. I said, perhaps you missed this part. I didn't want anybody else who comes later to see the comment and assume that I didn't explain it, so I made sure I explained it. But yeah, I don't know why I remember that right now. Guess we're talking about the quest. Right now we're just looking for this ledger, a book, who's someplace in this quest. We need it to be able to move on. And while I'm at it, I'm smashing everything in this storage house. You do get XP for smashing things, so I might as well. Well, they do two different things. So, if you're asking which is better, Barbarian or Dragon Lord, will depend on what you're doing. I guess if you're going for like High Reapers and stuff, so perhaps if you're going for High Reapers, probably Dragon Lord has a better crowd control. But if you're going for other things, or if you're trying to tank more, maybe Barbarian. It's hard to tell depending on what you're doing. No Sonic Blast Rod at hand? No. I do have 2 of them in the bank, but no, I forgot to take it out, sorry. I'm here just basically looking for the book. Okay. 1 floor higher, I guess. And we found a ledger.
According to this ledger, all of the blueprints have been moved to the office upstairs for shredding. You need to get in there.
And I wasn't fast enough. He goes to wake up the golem. Yeah, by the way, if you look through this gate over here, you can actually see the solution to the third color. Blue is X, even though I can just guess it because I see 2 of them, and the third one I just guess until it opens. But you actually can see from the gate the proper solution, so yeah. Now you know.
You hear a scream of pain from up above. A scream cut short.
Going through the air vents now, trying to break into the room over there.
Hear a gruff voice howling.
And for that, we need to know the code.
Voice responds. What of it?
So, purple triangle, blue X, and something else.
The excited gnome bounces around. The roof is on fire! otherworldly air of confidence surrounds the handsome being who appears to be their leader. Let's pick
What
up
happened?
the pace, shall we? We still have to destroy the lab downstairs. Portal, please. Why not just take the stairs? Ask the
Did I miss something?
Because Victor told us not to be seen. Now then.
Purple
Portal.
triangle.
Lagging behind, the gnoll notices you on the way out. It turns and howls. Burn,
My bad.
Haga, burn!
And I didn't make it in fast enough.
You hear a familiar voice somewhere nearby.
Misclicked over there.
It's Victor, acting surprised. What's all this? Dear Orion, we have a security breach! Quickly, find them!
Dual harmonic resonance from Fight Singer proc on the attack. Might be the case where it doesn't proc on just the Eldritch Blast itself, but it only procs on the abilities you have to click. Like the AoE attacks. I'm just guessing. I can try to check for you if you want. Let's see. Epic Destinies. Fate Singer, you're asking about harmonic resonance? Harmonic resonance is basically when you attack, yeah, you can heal things. Based on the description, it should work. But that doesn't mean it does. And I forgot to pull the lever to open this gate. Nice. Prevented him from breaking the crate. I mean, he got stuck, so yeah. If he doesn't get stuck, he'll try to break the crate. I got this one also. Usually the only way to get those guys is either to trip them or something, prevent them from getting to the crates, or they summon in the Forge Wraiths, whatever they're called. Oh, this guy summoned one. Well, we should be able to get the objective. We found enough of them without being broken, so. There's a side objective to get those crates before they get smashed. If they get smashed by the golems, they summon a Forge Wraith. So if you're quick about it, you can get an extra bonus XP for it. Yeah, no chance to stop either of these guys. I had no chance, whatever. Let's see if I can do this one. Got him.
Oh, is that a fire? Nobody goes in or out until we find them. Don't just stare there, gawking. Move! You hear the ominous hum of a dimensional anchor.
Keep on taking acid damage. Yeah, 4,000 XP for that. Okay, now we fight a lot of trash.
Victor directs more guards your way. They went downstairs into the secret lab. After them!
Get a whole bunch of these rounds of trash, and then we get Forge Wraith. Oh, and then we're done.
You're clever, but you're nowhere near as clever as Vaunt. His resources are virtually limitless. I press this button, and more guards show up, just like that. You can't touch me! This is one of Vaunt's prototypes! It will make me completely invincible! Victor presses a button, and the sphere of force closes in around him.
We're almost done.
Wait, now how do I get out? I'm stuck here? Victor clearly didn't think this through.
Yep, he's trapped.
I'll just teleport away! Victor tries to do just that. It seems Victor forgot about the dimensional anchor he put in place. He's going nowhere. Work, damn you! Work! Victor mashes the button on the magical device in frustration. Nothing happens.
Yelling "work, damn you, work" is projecting lag energy. This is what you feel like when you're trying to press something that doesn't work in game. Order wraiths?
A hissing, chilling chant comes from
Okay, here we go.
below. Vaunt! 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 As this chant continues, forge wraiths coalesce in the air around Victor. Panic screams and pounding feet indicate rapid losses. Victor yells, "Get back here, you cowards! These spooks aren't going to punish themselves!"
Okay, you better have something to hit incorporeal creatures or this becomes a nightmare. They're basically half transparent, so you miss them as you swing your weapon through them. Gotta be careful not to have too much stacks of fire damage. Could be that's only the tough versions of them. The greater forge wraiths.
Don't do anything rash. I'm coming out. Perhaps we can make a deal. Victor presses the button on his Vaunt prototype. And the magical barrier around him fades away.
Figured might as well get my XP for the last few things. Yes, you can go. Any named loot? No named loot. And we are finished. Yeah, I think I'm going to take a level and I'm going to call it the day. Let's turn in our rewards. Legendary victory, nice. And yep, that's it. Go down to the tavern, pick up the saga, take our level. Only got 7 barbarian. Barbarian trainer. More strength. And we max out our heal. Use magical device. Tumble. Perform. And jump. Yep. And oh, nice. We got improved uncanny dodge. Nice. Finished. Let's update that. So we go to character sheet. Inside of feats. And where's improved uncanny dodge? Improved uncanny dodge. And this will be instead of uncanny dodge. And I've got 1 enhancement point. I probably should move out the enhancement points. Get rid of one of these two. move it into here and take the magical training so I can take this. I'm gonna take it eventually. Fine, let's do that. I have to respec this and respec this. Yeah, we're gonna take all the rages, and I'll use the action boost while I'm leveling. And this, and this. Okay. It's my 33 points in there. Accept. Now, pretty dark. I need 3 points here. Will I be able to take this or not? Choose either magical or... Echoes of Power, yeah. Accept. Now, I should be able to take this. Yeah, I need 1 more point so I can buy this thing over here. Or illusionary weaponry, sorry. We will hold until we get that point, but for now, I'm gonna get myself a little dragon. It's over here. All the rest of those things I've got. Cracking attack works. Fine. Yeah, 2 little dragons. Well, I think that's going to be it. So, folks, thank you very much for being a guest on my show, Ask Aldbar DDO Live. Hope you all enjoyed, and hope to see you all in my next show. Well, take care. Bye.